make me weird for you. You got me chasing you. Turn day to night, water to fire. This is unusual. No lies, just tell the truth. This hit feels overdue. Your skin is shine like diamonds and light. Juju all over you. Monife, Ayaba, Olori, Ayaba, Monife, Ayaba, Olori, Ayaba, Monife, Ayaba, Olori, Ayaba, Monife, Ayaba, Olori. She's a goddess like Oshun, got me feeling like Ogun. I don't wanna waste your time, but I gotta make you mine. The feeling is mutual, she want this consensual. Tell me you stay, don't go away, pour my love over you. It's her melanin, way she sway her hips, her crown, loving it. Oshun Aladeo, you make me wait for you. You got me chasing you. Turn day to night, water to fire. This is unusual. No lies, just tell the truth. This hit feels overdue. Your skin is shine like diamonds and light. Juju all over you. Monife, Ayaba, Olori, Ayaba, Monife, Ayaba, Olori, Ayaba, Monife, Ayaba, Olori, Ayaba, Monife, Ayaba, Olori. I don't wanna cross the line. Got me working overtime. 24, 9 to 5, and just to see you smile bright. I really wanna make you mine, yeah. Have you by my side, yeah. Just to get you right, can't get you out my mind. It's her melanin, way she sway her hips, her crown, loving it. Oshun Aladeo, you make me wait for you. You got me chasing you. Turn day to night, water to fire. This is unusual. No lies, just tell the truth. This hit feels overdue. Your skin is shine like diamonds and light. Juju all over you. Monife, Ayaba, Olori, Ayaba, Monife, Ayaba, Olori, Ayaba, Monife, Ayaba, Olori, Ayaba, Monife, Ayaba, Olori. Ayaba mi, Ayaba mi, Olori, Olori. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Monife o, Monife o. Ola femi, Ola femi, Ola femi, Ola femi. Bobo, 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 I am you. Bobo, you make me wait for you. You got me chasing you. Turn day to night, water to fire. This is unusual.
Oh, darling. Oh, darling. Hello, darling. Oh, come on in. Darling, don't be shy. I do want to thank you all for being here this afternoon. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, darling. And I don't take that for granted. Darling, Be a doll, would you? And like the video on the way in, darling. Be a doll. Like the video, be a doll, and share the live stream. It's going to be a dope show today. So do everyone a favor. Go ahead and share. Share the video. Let people know we in here. We in this thing. Y'all come on in. We have a few things we're going to talk about today, and we're going to get into it. I don't know if you all saw the video that I uploaded earlier today, but we're kind of going to, why am I not in focus? I don't know if you all saw the video I posted today, but we're kind of going to go into some depth in regards to that video. All right. And we're also going to talk about the update on Tia Mowry, because I think this is important. Okay. And, you know, for me, something that I want for women is two things. I want for them to stop becoming single mothers and stop filing for divorce. Okay. Now, if you're in the Patreon, you know, we had movie night last night and we had a time. Okay. Ladies, if you're not in the Patreon, I literally just don't understand. What are you doing with yourself? Why are you not there? Patreon is so lit. I don't know if y'all are feeling this makeup look today. Ladies, really get into, I need y'all to really get into today's makeup look. Okay. It's giving, the girls named this makeup look sunset, because that is, come on, that is what it's giving. So on the Patreon, when I'm getting ready for my show, I get ready for the show live. I do my hair and makeup on camera. You see all the products I use, all the tools, all the techniques. I don't gatekeep nothing. Okay, so get ready for my live stream. And while we're getting ready for the live stream, we discuss a bunch of different subjects. And there is so much, so many gems, so much tea that we discuss. I was looking at, we have a Discord group chat that is super dope. I was looking at some of the stuff the ladies was posting there the other day, and they was talking about how they're so grateful for this community that we have, because it really is one of the few places that Black women can be solution oriented. It's a place of Black women that don't hate Black men, simply just trying to educate themselves, learn, grow, do better. Like, for example, we had a sister in there the other day, and she was talking about how she had been working a lot, and her husband was like, "Hey, baby, it's been a few days since I don't got that thing." And she was like, "Yeah, I gotta get it together." And we were like, "Girl, yeah, she better get in with that Hot Thought 3000." And she was like, "You know what? This might not seem like a big deal." She said, "But it's so interesting to me how for most women, if I would have said that, they would have been like, you got to work like just like him too. He'll be all right. You didn't got to do nothing." She was like, "I love that you all support me in my wifely duties, period." Okay. And little things like that is what makes our community so valuable. So we do meetups once a month for the VIP tier. We do, again, we have movie nights. We watch different television, movies, documentaries about womanhood, relationships, motherhood, whatever we can get to learn a lesson from. We have a ball in there. You know, the girls are able to request different subjects to get covered, and I cover everything from recipes to how to, you know, increase your nurturing abilities. Like, there's so much information there. Okay. A lot of times when y'all see that I'm not here on my main YouTube channel, I'm in the Patreon. It's a women's only Patreon. Okay. It's patreon.com/SIXGODDESS. Patreon is, if y'all are in here, could you post the link? Let everyone know that we in this thing, honey. So sometimes I just have so much fun in the Patreon. I be like, to hell with the main YouTube. I'm like, I like the Patreon better. You know, I'll be remembering, like, okay, I need to actually upload on my main part as well. So we were in there talking the other day about, you know, some people hear the term that 70% of women file for divorce, and somehow they translate that into men need to be more careful before marrying. But I don't translate it that way. I take it as, if 70% of people are divorcing, then that means that only 30% of people that get married marry the right person, or at the very least, marry someone that they can stomach until they die. Okay. So if only 30% of people are actually marrying people they can live with, that's a problem. All right. That's a problem. So that means that we need to start being more intentional about who we marry. And we were talking and we were like, there was a point in time where marriage was necessary to survive, period. You could not get a decent job, a decent house, unless you had that status of married. Okay. Especially for women. And I feel like we still are carrying that energy into 2023. And I don't think that's healthy because it's not realistic. We're no longer in that place where people necessarily have to get married to survive. We're going in this direction where marriages need to be based more upon compatibility than survival. And I think once we get out of that survival mode, telling people be married by 25, and if you ain't married, we got to stop that. Let's get to this place where people can marry someone they're actually compatible with and they can actually sustain long term. What I've noticed is a lot of women and men, either a man that couldn't keep his wife or a woman who did divorce her husband for a dumb reason. Y'all are getting so mad at me. Y'all are getting so mad because so many of y'all are getting called out. The truth is, a lot of y'all married the wrong person. A lot of y'all rushed it. A lot of y'all got married thinking things was going to change. Y'all got married. You made a vow for better or for worse. Then you changed your mind. Now y'all embarrassed because people calling y'all out on it. And it doesn't work like that. So if you're triggered, if you couldn't keep your woman, if you left your man for a dumb reason, you might want to tune out because I'm going to say what need to be said. So y'all can try all the ad hominem attacks you want. But y'all, first of all, I know y'all still watching as we speak. And number two, sometimes when someone says something that you know is true or it apply to you, instead of lashing out at that person, just let it marinate for a second and use it to help you grow. All right. Because the reality is a lot of y'all fucked up the whole marriage thing. It just where we are. Y'all did. Okay. And everyone has a right to say something because it affects everybody, because then you marry the wrong person. Ignore all the red flags, because literally everyone that got divorced, if you tell them to explain, they thought their partner was one way and then overnight they just totally became a different person. That's everyone's story. Everyone's story is, people change. Do they really? Because they don't. Because if you're up on game, you know how to spot certain red flags before you walk down the aisle. Okay. This is why it's important to be intentional about learning relationship skills. The idea that you don't understand relationships or understand marriage until you're married is why marriages are not working present day. You have to know how to be married, know how to conduct yourself in relationships before you walk down the aisle. Like, you don't just walk down the aisle and then you suddenly understand the premise and responsibilities of marriage and relationships. So it'd be so funny to me when y'all be so mad when you get called out on your BS and your solution is to try to attack people. I mean, y'all can do that all you want to, but what was said still reigns true. That there is rarely I have man, you with a woman that's insecure. Now she's driving you crazy with her insecurity. But the truth is she was insecure before you married her, before you had kids with her. There are women now, like every woman swears that they got divorced because they married a narcissist. And the truth is, sis, that man was running around with wandering eyes and lying before you married him, And I think a lot of people cannot handle that weight of, I did get married for the wrong reason. A lot of women got married competing with another woman. Okay. That's the crazy part about it. Like, you want to marry the man because you want to one up the other woman. Then 5 years later, when he running around, now you talking about divorce, he changed. He didn't change. He did not change. He been that same person. Stop it. It's probably 1 out of 10 couples. And I say this as a person that counsels relationship, maybe 1 out of 10 where that person genuinely just changed. All right. But if you being real with yourself, that person was that way before you married them. Or you saw the signs of it, the possibility, the potential, and you saw it. But you so worried about trying to reach that status that you went through with it anyway. And then your dumb ass sat in there in front of all your friends and family, talk about for better or worse. Then the minute it got worse, you're like, divorce. I don't understand that. I think it's much better to Wait until you're sure. Wait until it's some form of compatibility. Be honest with yourself. So I'm going to continue talking about it because I'm sick of y'all making these horrible decisions. Then you get on the Alpha podcast talking about don't get married. Marriage is this. Like, I'm tired of y'all. Y'all make these horrible decisions. Then these women are out here talking about marriage is slavery. Marriage, man, if y'all ain't going on with all that because you fucked up, okay, so since you messed up, now you trying to mess everybody else up now, and we're going to keep calling y'all out on it because it's so ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into a few things today. We're going to start with, you know what? I didn't even check the results on this poll. So I did a poll. This is to extend on the video that I did earlier. And I did a poll, and I was like, I showed the picture with Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan because y'all swore up and down that there was absolutely no romantic intimacy in those poses. But then this, how do I show this on here? Let me see if I can show this on screen. Sometimes you got to put things into perspective, because I noticed that a lot of y'all just jump on the bandwagon. A lot of y'all tend to just jump on the bandwagon for like trying to just sound smart on some things. And sometimes you got to put stuff into perspective for people. Let me see if I'm able to show this. So, you know, I showed the pictures with Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. And I said, okay, if y'all are saying that we're just haters and we don't want to see Black men love each other, but we're okay if Black men fight each other and kill each other. If y'all are saying that, and you're saying that we're crazy and that, no, these poses are not romantic, they're not intimate, it's totally okay for, you know, men to do this, then, malevolent elephant. Oh no, I have to get rich, honey. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll be right back because I have to get rich. Just hold on. Madam Rich Beach has not came out in a while, but I'm so sorry. She hasn't come out this point. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry, honey. I'll be right back. Hold on, y'all. I have to get rich. There's no way around it. Hold on. Ooh, y'all so lucky I can't find my fur. Y'all are so lucky I can't find my fur, honey, because I want to put my fur on right now so bad because I'm rich, bitch. Period. Okay? I'm rich. Ooh, I'm so mad I can't find my fur. Ooh, I'm mad. Oh, I am furious that I cannot find my fur right now. I am sick that I cannot find it. Oh, y'all so lucky. Excuse me. But 6 is no longer here, darling. Okay. I'm going to need you all from this point forward in the stream to refer to me as Madam Rich Beach, period. Okay. I am rich. You all are poor. Okay. You little peasants over there, please refer to me. Kiss the ring. Please refer to me properly as Madam Rich Beach. I don't want to hear it. Okay. This is not up for debate. I am rich. I'm getting guacamole at Chipotle. I'm even going to get a large drink. Okay. So if you peasants, don't even look me in the eyes. You peasants, please don't. Please. I'm sorry. Do not look. Please. Please just stop. Just stop. Okay. Please just stop. Maybe one day you all will be rich like me. You know, but unfortunately that day is not right now. So please, peasants, keep your distance. Matter of fact, I need to move away a little bit because you all are poor and I'm rich. So please keep your space because your poorness, white refrigerator. Oh, darling, your poorness may, affect. Please just keep it away, darling. Oh, malevolent elephants. You dog you. Oh, you dog you. Oh, you dog you. Oh, malevolent elephant. Have you all checked out Malevolent Elephant's channel, darling? Okay. Okay, I know you all are poor. You may not have Wi-Fi. Okay, peasants. But darling, if you poor people can find a way to pay a Wi-Fi bill, please check out Malevolent Elephant's channel, darling. Okay. And Malevolent Elephant also has a second channel, darling, called Benevolent Elephant, darling. So you must check it out. But I must warn you. Before you check out Malevolent Elephant's channel, darling, have some time on your hands, darling, okay? Have some time on your hands because he has one of them channels where you watch one video, now you want to watch the next one. It's crazy stuff on there and it becomes a rabbit hole. So make sure, watch it late at night when you have time, nothing else to do, because his channel is absolutely incredible. And we're very proud of Malevolent Elephant for being a Black man that has penetrated a whole different genre of YouTube so successfully. So can we please give a clap for Malevolent Elephant showing us that Black men can do more content than just alpha podcasts, giving horrible relationship advice. We love that for you, Malevolent Elephant, darling. We're so proud of you, darling. Oh, darling. Oh, you dog, you Malevolent Elephant. Oh, Malevolent Elephant. Okay, so now that Madame Reach-Beach is here, darling. Now that Madame Reach-Beach is here, we can go ahead and we can proceed with the rest of the stream, darling. Oh, you dog, you. Let's see. There was another comment that I missed. Let me make sure I get that one before where is it? Where did it go? I can't find it. Oh no. Oh Lord, I can't find it. Anyway, here it is. Jay Gata, thank you for the super chat. Jay says, is it me or are women celebrated for their husbands? Yes. Jay Gata, I'm so glad you're understanding what's going on here. Do y'all not see? And we've had these conversations and I blame the men, because if you're a man and you allow your woman to brag on the internet about how little she does for you, brag on the internet and make you look a damn fool, that is the flex. The flex for women is, look at how little I can do for him while how much he do for me. That's the flex. Oh, look at my provider. Meanwhile, I am fat, lazy, don't cook, don't clean, don't suck no peen, don't ride no peen. You give starfish missionary every night. Like, no. So yes, sir, that is the flex. Women, literally, I say this all the time. Women use their husbands as a prop. They don't look at their husbands as an actual human being with needs. They don't care about reciprocity. They marry the man, wait until they're waist deep invested, and then they just stop doing what they're doing and just leave the man stuck picking up the bill for it. That's what women have done. That's why men don't want to get married. And I don't blame them. I wouldn't either. Okay. Unless I was for sure that you was not finna try me like that. So it's like, I be wanting to get so mad at women, but then I'm like, the fact that your dumb ass husband, I literally, no joke, saw a guy on there talking about, oh, Jay Gata, this is true too. But the other way you said it was also true. They use the husband as like a prop, like it's a watch. Like, look at my husband. Like, I think that's super weird. Like, that's a human being. Like, why are you objectifying? That's a actual man with feelings. I saw a dumbass brother on TikTok. His wife was dancing like this, talking about, No, he danced and talk with the Soldier Boy dance, talking about when you love a home cooked meal, and he was dancing thinking it was funny. Then then he shows the wife, and the wife's like, but you don't cook. And I was like, this is super weird. Why is it funny to you as a man that you're saying that you enjoy home cooked meals, but your wife won't cook? And I say, see, this is why nobody can save you niggas. This is why nobody can save y'all. Because why? When we have men, I saw a guy the other day. I sent it to Malevolent Elephant. No cap, this woman was this big. And he got on one knee asking her to marry him. And I just was like, you know what? As long as these men are going to need a sign if I can't other, there's nothing we can do about these women being fat and only ordering Uber Eats and not cooking. Because you need her as a co-signer. You need her income. You have reached certain levels and ways of life that you can't reach on your own, that now y'all dumbass sit on the internet talking about how you like home cooked food, but your wife won't cook. That's wild to me. So that's why I be telling y'all, man, get your brothers. Get your brothers. Because the fact that these dudes are out here going for this, I would smack my woman phone if she was like, I'm fat and you see my husband right here. He been here for 10 years. Bitch, if you don't, fuck wrong with you? Got me looking crazy out here. At least let me take my L in private. And they are celebrated for leaving their husbands. That's why all these hoes is mad in the comments talking about, y'all don't know Tia. If she wasn't happy, she should leave. This is the number one question that y'all men need to start asking women very early on when you date them. I'm going to put y'all on a little bit of game. I told y'all, stay away from them live, laugh, love type of chicks. Live, laugh, love type of chicks do not make good wives and mothers. They just don't. You need women that want to sacrifice and serve. If you have a woman that don't want to sacrifice, don't marry her. Don't do it. I'm tired of y'all getting took up through there in divorce. I'm tired of y'all sitting there looking stupid and this girl don't took you up. I'm tired of it. And y'all deal with that for no reason. Y'all don't even have to succumb to that. Y'all just not asking the right questions, or y'all trying to cheat the system. Okay. What you need to ask a woman very early on in your dating is, do you think that not being happy is a reason to divorce? That's going to tell you everything you need to know and how she answers that question. And if she be like, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're not happy, it's better to divorce. It's like, why would you want to be there if you're not happy? Don't marry her, period. You have to be with a woman that understands your happiness is not synonymous to your marriage. You have to be self-sufficient in your emotions. The minute you're depressed, sad, or things are not going your way, you cannot blame your husband and sit there and say, oh, well, I'm sad because of him. No, you're not. And a lot of these women that be talking about they sad and they unhappy with their husband, they got so much time on their hands. Ma'am, do you understand that if you go make your money, go to the gym, clean your house, y'all got all this time to stalk your man, who picture he liking, he didn't answer the phone. Y'all got all that time to do that. Meanwhile, you have a gut. You should be spending that time at the gym. As a woman, if you mind your business, take care of yourself, clean your house, but y'all stay complaining about how you got to clean. I saw a debate going on the other day about, is household chores a good enough reason to divorce or not? And I was like, you are so slow if you divorce talking about some household chores. I'm sorry, you're slow. Because what is I wish I had a whiteboard to draw this out. You're married in the home with your husband, which means you have a protector, you have a financial contributor. Now you're upset because you have to do laundry and wash dishes. So your solution is, now I'm going to divorce the husband, move into my own place, pay all the bills, have to co-parent and drop our kids off between two houses, and then still have to clean the whole house, Still have to prepare all the meals. It makes no sense, especially when most people do not get the logistics, specific logistics of their marriage worked out before they walk down the aisle. Because if doing laundry and washing dishes is so hard for y'all, then you may want to sit down before you get married and you need to have an agreement. Who's doing the laundry? Who's doing the dishes? I know this sounds stupid, but if women are thinking they're going to divorce their husband because of chores, then you might want to start working that out before the marriage. Have a conversation. Listen, baby, I'll do the laundry, but I need you to go ahead and put your laundry in the basket. Don't just put your stuff on the floor. All right, I'll clean the bathroom, but I need you to flush the toilet, spray Tilex, and like y'all need to start working that out very specifically before you marry a man, since y'all are crying on the internet every day about how you so tired from doing laundry. Okay, because the idea of I'm mad I gotta do chores in the house where your husband more times than not is carrying the main financial burden. The fact that you think you're going to leave him, go get your own place, pay all your own bills, rip the kids out the house with him, and then still got to cook and clean the whole house by yourself is a mental illness, in my opinion. Okay. So, thank you for the super chat. Jay says, damn, nobody going to get married if that's the case. I don't know many women that don't put their happiness over everything. Well, sweetie, 70% of the women are divorcing anyway. You're better off not getting married than getting divorced. So I'd rather that. If only 30% of marriages are surviving, I'm okay with only 30% of people getting married. I'm tired of it. Okay. In a way, it keep me in business. I'll always have couples to counsel and things to do because y'all divorcing left and right. But at the same time, baby, I'm tired. Okay. I have had countless couples I've counseled, and I tell y'all, it's literally 1 out of 10 where they genuinely need to divorce, where someone genuinely switched up or did something wrong, but it's never out of the blue. They knew beforehand almost every single time, 90% of the time. They won't admit it to you, but it's true. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, I saw a whole conversation about that. They were like, is chores a good reason to divorce? And they was like, yeah. What? Man, if you don't get what is your alternative? A lot of time what y'all need to do is think that to yourself. What is my alternative? My alternative is going to get my own place, taking my kids out the home with their father, and then still having to pay all the bills and still having to clean the whole house and still having to cook all the bills with no man. And then have to go and fuck a whole bunch of random guys, hoping to find a new man, hope they don't molest your children. Girl, bye. Please go sit down. I'm like, man, we got to stop pushing that. We got to stop pushing to just get married. We got to stop that, because that's why all this divorce is going down now. The only people that ever call me is potential spam. Sometimes my phone rings. I'm like, ooh, somebody's calling me. And then it's like potential spam. And I'm like, all right. Okay. It is what it is. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, y'all. Yes. You think I'm playing? These women say that having to do all the chores is grounds for divorce. So they want to leave their husband and go pay their own bills and still clean the whole house by themselves. But at least you ain't got to clean up after a man, though. And what it really comes down to is the resentment to serve a man. That's what it really comes down to. To be honest, it's not even really about the chores. It's that you resent doing anything for a man that does not have an immediate benefit back to you. You ain't doing nothing for no man unless you have an instant gratification on what it do for you. Like the idea of just doing something for him to make his life easier. Oh, that sends y'all. Y'all rather pass out before you do that. Okay. That makes absolutely no sense to me. But hey, I just sit back and I just sip my tea. I just mind my business, honey. Okay. I just mind my business, honey. I don't know what to say. I speak my piece on my own channel. All right. I just speak my piece on my own channel. I don't bother nobody with my opinion. I just say what I say over here, and I keep it moving. Because, honey, it don't make no sense to me. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Let's get back to the subject. So now y'all said, I said I'm the first one. I love to see Black men loving each other, supporting one another. I absolutely love that for Black men. Okay. However, I also know that, a simple arm around your brother's shoulder, a simple handshake in the picture, I know that is enough to signify love between you as brothers. Y'all don't need to be like, those are intimate romantic poses. So if a pose has zero romantic intimate undertone to it, to where you think it is appropriate for two allegedly Black heterosexual men to engage in, if you're saying there is nothing romantic about these poses, this is just two friends taking a photo, then that would mean that it would be equally okay for your significant other to take a picture in that same pose with someone of the opposite sex. Since there's zero romantic undertone, since there's zero way that it can be interpreted in an intimate romantic way, what that means is that if you're at work and your significant other has a friend there that they're close with, that means that they can take pictures like this. That's what it means. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see it. That means it's fine. But ironically, this is very ironic. The minute I pose a question that way, like y'all being dramatic, talking about we don't like seeing Black men love each other, stop it. Y'all worse than the women who think that because they're comfortable with their sexuality, that means they have to go sleep with the whole world. You don't have to do that. You could be comfortable with your sexuality with your man, with one P. You ain't got to be comfortable with your sexuality and go out and sleep with the whole city. You ain't got to do that. So the idea that we as Black men love each other, so that's why we're like this on each other, and that's why we're like this, is ridiculous and outrageous to me. Okay? So now, ironically, when I asked y'all, okay, if there's no romantic undertone to these photos, then can your spouse take a picture like this with someone of the opposite sex? 93% of people said, hell no. Oh, but why not? I thought that we were all just sick in the head for translating these poses as romantically intimate. I thought that you said that these poses are not homosexual. Okay? And then I told the ladies, I said, you know what? If there's a man that sees two men pose this way, and he says there's nothing wrong with it, he says it's totally okay, watch out for him. Let me see if I can find this article. So I saw an article of this guy. What was his name? Damn, I can't find it. Here I go. Jeff Molina. Okay. So I saw this article of this UFC fighter named Joe Molina, right? And this is how I feel about men when it comes to homosexuality. I need for a man to take a firm stance and say, I do not agree with it. I would never participate it. It's not right to me. What I don't want is for a man to feel like, oh, gay people should go to hell. They ain't shit. Now that's taking it too far. But I need a man. I don't need no man being like, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? That, there's still, I don't want to hear that shit. No nigga, look me in my eye and tell me that shit nasty to you. Period. And I said, those men that are fluid and don't really have a black and white stance on homosexuality, they're doing that for a reason. They're doing that because more than likely they may have desires or have already participated in homosexual acts, and they're just trying to ease around it in case it get exposed. This was a perfect example of this. So Jeff Molina, he did a whole interview because he had wore some rainbow boxers, and everybody was like, are those pride boxers? And he was like, oh my God, y'all think that everything is gay, and it's not. There's nothing wrong with gay people, but why would y'all accuse me of that? Damn, this won't load up. Why would y'all accuse me of that? What are you talking about? And sure enough, 6 months later, a video come out of him sucking dick. And I said, see, this is why I don't believe in gray areas when it comes to this. I don't believe in gray areas. I don't believe in maybe. I don't believe in teetering on the border. Absolutely not. Black male masculinity, and not saying he black, but black male masculinity is very important to protect. We do not have time for any confusion, fluidity, caveat, or nuances when it comes to black male masculinity. We need it to be strong, firm, and stand on its square. No room for translation, no confusion. Because black masculinity is like a ship, and the minute you let that fluidity, nuance, oh, this is okay in this situation, that becomes a small hole in the bottom of the boat. And water just slowly start leaking in, not enough for you to notice until the boat is just completely sinking and going under. That is how airtight you have to keep black masculinity, because it's under attack. You can say there's no agenda if you want to live in that bubble. That's okay. But if you are in reality, you'll know there is 100% an attack on black masculinity. UFC flyweight fighter Jeff Molina has announced that he is bisexual after an intimate video of him with another man leaked on social media. He was sucking dick. Okay. I don't like how they're saying an intimate video. No, he was sucking dick. Let's make that very clear. It's not an intimate sucking dick. All right. They trying to word this all nice. No, ma'am. When a man that claim he's straight is sucking dick, you have to look in his eyes and say, you was sucking dick. You have to do that. Don't let him get away with an intimate video. Nigga, you was sucking dick. He says, this is not the way I wanted to do this, but the chance to do it when I was ready was taken away from me. He was never going to be ready. He was never going to come out with it. Okay. He had every intention on continuing to pose as a heterosexual, masculine, fighting man, and had no intention on telling us he was sucking dick. Instead, it was, what's wrong with being gay? What's wrong with being fluid? You know, there's nothing wrong. Instead, he was teetering the fence. No, nigga, say it with your chest. You sucking dick. Did you say that? You know what I'm saying? The thought of my buddies, teammates, and people I look up to looking at me different, let alone treating me different for something I can't control, was something I couldn't fathom. Exactly. Okay. So people thought that I was crazy when I was like, oh, ladies, pay attention. Them men that saw that picture with Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors, them men that sat there and was like, oh, it's black men loving each other. What's the, I said, girl, take notes. Stay away, stay away, stay away. All right. And, you know, I said, we have to be careful with black masculinity because like a thief in the night, you know, they'll try to come in and compromise it. I also said, you know, in my personal opinion, I'm not like if you're a black woman and you date white men, baby, don't come over here teaching us and telling us nothing. Okay. If you are not invested in the black community where I see your man and your man is a black man, don't come over here spewing nothing because you're not finna come over here, spew some feminist BS and then carry your happy ass back over to the white community with your white man. Because that's what they do. This is why people that swirl can't never keep black people business out their mouth. Because they have so much resentment and self-hatred. They want to come in here, confuse us, and then take their ass back to the community they actually love and take care of. No. If you're a woman with a white man, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Show me your man. If your man is not in our same race, go on about your business. Because you try to come over here, start confusion, and then go back over there. Nah, baby, just stay where you at. I don't got time for that. And I said it's the same with black men. Black men like Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors that exclusively date white women. And don't you dare say that Michael B. Jordan dated Lori Harvey. Don't you do it. One black woman out of how many? Don't do it. having two black men that exclusively date white women come over here, cause confusion, and then take their ass back to another community. Absolutely not. And I said, I see this rabbit hole, which is why we have to cut this off before it get too bad. And y'all told me I didn't want to see black men love each other. Y'all like to see black men kill each other, but not love each other. Be for real. Listen to how y'all sound. Y'all saying we like seeing black men kill each other. What does that mean? Y'all are weird. Who said that? Who was like, you know what? I really enjoy seeing black men bleed out at the hands of one another. Be for real. Ain't nobody saying that. Just stop. We're saying we like to see black men love each other. What the hell? How am I gonna sit here and say I like to see black men kill each other and I got a black son and a black father and a black brother? Are y'all psycho? Y'all just want to be smart and woke so bad and you're not. You're just not. Be for real. And I said, don't wait until they have black men bending each other over on the cover of Essence before y'all say no. Learn how to draw the line before things get weird. And just as I thought, only a few weeks after them suspect photos came out, then what do we have? We have Jonathan Majors on here giving us a whole spiel about how masculinity is fluid. Okay. Now all of a sudden we have to hear about this. Let me show y'all this too. And I said, man, I don't know what to do with folk no more. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know what to do with folk no more. The fact that folk don't be seeing game, I don't know what to say. Look at this, y'all. I gotta show y'all this. I gotta show y'all this. Then I said, see, this is the rabbit hole. This is the rabbit hole that it goes down. Let me show y'all this.
In a world of change, here I am, stop where you stand. You need a lover, a man to take over. Oh, girl, don't look any further.
Whoa! I said, see, I knew this was gonna happen, man. I knew this was gonna happen. This is a dark rabbit hole. I said, you see why you gatekeep black masculinity and you don't let nothing in, nothing suspect, because you see how now we got to deal with stuff like this. Okay. So now after, let me make sure where is this at? Okay, here we go. So now after we've had Jonathan Majors, a man that date nothing but white women, come in our community called Confusion. Now, after we had him all hugged up on Michael B. Jordan, like intimate couples poses, now here it go. Now we don't accepted that. We've accepted that. We've been combative amongst each other about it, fell out, sneak diss each other about it, and then less than 2 weeks later, you see how this goes. Now we get this. Now here go what's the name? Jonathan with shit like this. All right. So we're gonna go through some of this, and let me do this. We're gonna go through some of this and listen to this BS. Now I'm just letting y'all know right now, he about to do a whole bunch of just talking but not saying nothing. So
lost on me that in this moment, and it's not lost of positive news we get. It's an energy.
Yes.
Building.
oh, damn it.
Masculinity. Like, what is your definition of masculinity?
It's balanced, isn't it? There's strength, right? And there's vulnerability. There's awareness, And then there's acknowledgement of ignorance. A big part of it is kindness,
Mm-hmm.
right? Use of power.
Yeah.
And there was a brother, shout out to that brother in my comments. I can't remember your name, but the brother said, look at how he's sitting. Okay, this is why I love when black men chime in on these conversations, because the brother was peeping game. I ain't even peep. The brother was like, why is he sitting like that? Like, grown man don't sit like that. Like, boy, sit up and say it with your chest like a man. And the brother was like, he's sitting like a child, like a little boy. And I said, oh my God, my brother, you right. You peeping more game than me. Like, he's sitting there like, yeah, we know masculinity is kindness. You know what I'm saying? This thing over here sitting like he's 10 years old, like, yeah, masculinity. Yeah. Masculinity, it's balance. Masculinity, yeah, it's kindness. Yeah. Like, sir, boy, sit your ass up like a grown man. You want an interview? Sit up. This the man we gonna let tell us what black masculinity is? Child, please. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Gentleness.
Mm-hmm.
These are masculine characteristics.
And let me also say this, because I already know the direction. I can already hear in my head y'all voices on the BS y'all saying to justify this. I want it to be very clear, okay? This is not saying that, oh my God, masculinity is just, ooh, I have no emotions and I have no feelings and I'm a man. We're not saying that is what masculinity is. But I would never use the word kindness as the first word in describing what masculinity is. Okay? Because as a woman, most of the times when you call on a man, it's going to be for the hard stuff, to have the hard conversations. You as a woman, you may be hesitant or not know how to exert yourself in a way where there's some BS going on and be able to be the one to come in and be like, oh, hell no, what the fuck going on over here? And this is why they say that kids that have active fathers in their life to show up to the school tend to do better in school, because we need the masculinity to come in when things are out of order and be like, oh, hell no, fuck going on in here. We need that, because it's not necessarily in our nature as women to be that way. So I would never use kindness as the first ingredient in masculinity, because masculinity a lot of times means being a bad guy, being the one to say no, being the one to not give people what they think they want, making those hard decisions. So it was weird to me that his first word in this descriptor was kindness. The worst is a man that want to be liked and is worried about not hurting everybody's feelings and is scared of being a bad guy. That is the worst. No, nigga, sometimes we need you to be the one to be like, no. We need you to want to be like, no, I need to go like this. Okay? We need you to protect Lee. And sometimes that means look at the bad guy. So you ain't got no time for no man always trying to worry about looking kind and looking nice. Bitch, please, get her done. Let's proceed.
Yes.
It's quite unmasculine
Mm-hmm.
to try to emasculate another man.
Absolutely.
I'm not coming for nobody,
Yeah.
but kindness is a big part of it. Doesn't matter, how much you weigh or how much you bench press. That's not the point. You know what I mean? It's none of that. It's an energy. It's an energy. You know what I mean? And I hear my brothers. We fight and claw for every inch of positive popularity we get, of positive news we get. And it's not lost on me that.
And you know what? I don't feel like rewinding it, but before I started this, there was a comment that he made when she was talking about masculinity, and Jonathan Major said, oh, you probably, she was like, you have some people, I think they're haters, talking about your photo shoots and the things you did. And Jonathan said something to the effect of, oh, that was the homies that said that, right? And he was like, of course, that was the homies that said that. And I knew what that meant. That means black men. Okay. And this is how it goes inside of the head of black people that don't date their own race. is they almost think that they're above or better than the people that belong in their race. Okay? Because what was so funny is, my nigga, it was mostly black men defending your bullshit. But the minute she said the question about haters and what is real masculinity, he talking about that was the homies translation. And that was black men that said that. Like, who cares what they say? Okay. I don't want to rewind it, but y'all can go watch this and, you know, y'all can go look at it. But I peeped that.
In this moment, because of the pictures I've made and because of the way I move through the world, I may be seen as that. And I don't shy away from, this idea of black masculinity. I'm just living my life. I am male. I am black. These things go hand in hand. I mean, foot and shoe, hand and glove, I asked them to, be a bit more enlightened.
As a black actor, you are a black actor.
Yeah.
Is there a fear of, not only do I have to make the right decisions, but I don't want to let, my grandma down or my mama down, or that I won't live up to expectations? Do you feel that?
I think my fear goes to, man, I hope they like it. God, I hope they like me. You know what I mean? Or they like what that guy did. That they like Damien, that they like Kane. Because I made it for him. You know what I mean? That's the fear. As far as,
all right.
The question on this was, what is masculinity to you? Can any of y'all help me out and tell me what the definition is that he said? Because to me, I just heard him say a whole lot, but he ain't say nothing. The specific, straight to the point question was, what is masculinity? And his response was, it's kindness, it's balance. The homie said that. I am a male. I am black. What? Nigga, what is masculinity? I can understand people can't just answer the question. Answer the question. What is masculinity? You never gave us that answer. Well, I'm a male and I'm black. I hope my grandma likes my role. Like, nigga, what? This why they don't give me no TV shows. Y'all won't never give me no TV shows or put me on nothing, because baby, I would have been like, nigga, answer the question. I don't know what that is you just said. You know why he ain't answer it? Because that's his job. His job is to come in and blur the lines. His response was, masculinity is fluid. And this is why the minute we saw him take that suspect picture with Michael B. Jordan, that is why we should have stopped it then and been like, oh no. Because here we go, 2 weeks later, we got him after a huge film debuted. Now we got him on the internet trying to see how they ease it in there. Oh, they was okay with that picture. Okay. So now my next move is, hey, masculinity is fluid, baby. There's no definition. It's fluid. You can be a man and suck dick. That don't make you gay. That's the direction we're going in. Do y'all not see this? The direction we're going is for men to be able to be gay with one another without having to carry that title. Now here, 2 weeks later, here we go. We got you with this confusing definition of masculinity. This is why you stopped this in the beginning.
So what are your thoughts on his comments on masculinity? He says masculinity is fluid.
Me?
Oh, yes.
And I talked about this in the other video I did. And I said, I hope this sister sees this video, because sis, you speak so disrespectfully to the elder and the OG and a man. It's very unbecoming as a woman to speak to a man like that. Like, duh. Like that is absolutely unnecessary to speak to a man that way. And it's definitely unnecessary to speak to an elder that way. Okay. So I thought it was kind of weird. Like the way she was coming at him, I was like, well, that seemed unnecessary. That was extremely disrespectful. So my sister, if you see this, I just want you to know that ain't it. All that talking sideways like that, baby, that ain't what it is. I ain't gonna hold you. You're gonna move around with all that because it ain't giving what it's supposed to give.
Well, let's start at the back end of what he said. My life doesn't belong to me alone. It belongs to the people. The duty of a man is to protect womanhood and promote manhood. promoting manhood means training the boys so they can become men in the difficult task of being willing under certain circumstances to sacrifice.
Okay, now I'm gonna address two things. Jay Renee, I know you lying to me. Jay Renee say, thank you for the super chat. Jay Renee say they just had a debate about this on Fox Soul on whether it makes a man gay if he sucked dick. The gay man said no. And let me tell y'all something. When you see men who are gay, most of the time, they don't want another gay man. I want y'all to understand this, okay? This is why I tell y'all ladies, please stop listening to advice from gay men. Because I don't care how down they seem, they want to be you. I've seen gay men talking about they got their period, talking about calling a man his baby daddy, talking about, oh, I think I'm pregnant, ha, keep. I want you to understand, flamboyant, a gay man, all flamboyant, all that, their goal is not to go get with another openly gay, flamboyant guy. They want trade. They want straight men. They do. They don't, you rarely will see two flamboyantly gay men together. That's not what they're going after. They want straight men. So that is, of course, they're going to get on there and say it doesn't make them gay because that's who they want. They want straight men and to be able to sleep with them and suck dick and have the man not feel like, oh, I'm gay if I do it. Okay. So when they give advice, it's an agenda for their own benefit because you can never compete with real pussy. Okay. There ain't no man that got an asshole that is better than some real pussy, some good pussy, period. Okay. So they already automatically losing on the competition. So of course they have to find a way to ease the men into feeling comfortable, even though a man that's really straight, you can't ease him into sucking dick, but you get what I'm saying? Like they have an invested interest in kind of keeping you deterred because that's more trade for them. So, that doesn't surprise me that they're trying to convince these men that they can let them suck their dick and they're not gay. But honey, I also know a straight man cannot be, you can't convince no straight man as a dude, like, let me suck your dick. And he like, I don't know. Like a straight man can't be convinced into like a man suck his dick. It's just not gonna happen. So if he eventually cave in, the nigga was gay anyway. So, but girl, I know you lying, girl. Ooh, girl, no ma'am. Let's keep going. Ooh,
sacrifice their lives.
Oh, and the other thing is, so yeah, I'm old school. I'm old school traditional. I 100% appreciate the old school, very core, very raw, real sense of masculinity. This new like tree hugger, soft life masculinity, I'm not really into that. It's not my thing. Okay. No shade towards the brothers that are living a soft life. No shade towards the brothers that are like, as a man, I'm more than just what I produce. And, those guys, do what you do. Okay. But I'm old school. I like that old school, raw, just gritty form of masculinity. That's my style. And I'm letting you know now, that is what the judge is going to be speaking on. So please don't be in my comments talking about toxic masculinity, talking about as a man, I'm more than just what I produce and I'm more than just a resource. Like that, them feminine talking points, I don't want to hear it. So those of you men who are triggered by this, I'm letting y'all know now, be careful because the judge about to give you that raw masculinity. And I go the same with women because when I tell women, I don't know who told you that femininity was just sitting around doing nothing and hiring a maid and a chef, but that's not what it is. And I said, femininity is about sacrifice, 100%. This is why in order for the human race to continue, you have to sacrifice your body and your life to have a child. Okay. Your job is a sacrifice. Man's job is to serve and suffer. That's just how it goes. So I think both sexes have a false sense of what masculinity and femininity is, and most people are not ready for it, okay? Because when you come study my femininity, when you come study the way I teach it, I'm not teaching you any of that shit of make your husband eat shit and don't do anything. No, I'm gonna have you scrubbing baseboards on your hands and knees. Okay. So I'm just a trigger warning. If you don't understand that or that's not your thing, that is totally on you. But this is about to be some real grown people shit over here. So y'all just be careful.
On the altar of duty, honor, obligation, responsibility, accountability, of ensuring that where you live is a place of public peace, dignity, and order, and when necessary, being brave.
I really love what he just said. I uploaded a short and I said, the number one red flag in a man is a man that says, I want you to bring me peace. Red flag, red flag, red flag. And so many brothers were so mad in the comments. Don't listen to her. She ain't got no man. She don't know what she's talking about. Whatever. What he just said, the man's job is to bring peace. A woman will never bring peace. So when a man say bring peace, what he really means is bring drama. Because why would you as a man say that you're depending on a woman to be your peace? Basically, instead of you just establishing the peace, okay, masculine men don't have to run around like, bring me peace. No, they create the peace. And women know who and who not to try. So when she sees you have created peace, you're not pitting women against each other. You're not lying. You're not hiding this and doing that. Men who truly bring peace, that's what it is. He's a peaceful guy. He's going to be honest with you. Okay, you're my woman. We together. There ain't going to be no women popping out the bush. There ain't going to be no women coming to you as a woman. No, the man said he want peace. He is peace and he have that. And your job is to come in and act like you know. Suck a little dick or something. But what man is like, bring me peace? You're lame and you weak as fuck. You bring the peace. So that's why I say when a man say bring me peace, it's cap. That means he love drama every single time. Men that really are about peace don't speak on it. You feel it, they create it, and you already know to act right. Here's what it is. Y'all got so mad because people calling you out on your shit. Y'all niggas be thinking y'all so smart. You're not. Talking about bring me peace. Go on about your business. Bring yourself peace. Let's proceed.
Brave and courageous to effectuate that. If he wants an exemplar, that white man and that black man, one of whom the black man he played in that story about not Roscoe, Ensign Brown, United States Navy. You saw the movie. It's a true thing where he got shot down behaving heroically at the Chosin Reservoir to save those Marines in his ground attack, and where his white wingman landed, put his own life at risk to redeem or rescue him at all costs. It's outside of yourself. It takes a lot to put that into a man. And in order to put that in.
This is not true. Red 37. Red 37 say a woman cannot tell men how to be men no more than a man can tell a woman how to be a woman. This is not true. Okay. There are many women that will tell you that it is a man that made them the woman they are. Okay. There are women who will tell you that it is a man that they were with that made a woman out of them. All right. If men did not exist, the term woman would not even be a thing. Being a woman only exists because men exist. If the earth was just all woman, it would just be people. So if it takes men for women to exist, how can a man not aid a woman in being a woman? Most women have a moment where they get with a real man and he be like, I don't know what you had going on before, but XYZ, you're going to have to step that game up. And men the same way. There have been men who they may have been with other women and she didn't make him into a man. It's not saying that the woman solely makes a man into a man, but a man by himself is not a man. A man have to have a woman and children to be a man. If you have no woman, how are you a man? Where is the woman at? What are you taking care of? What are you responsible of outside of yourself? The woman is what teaches you to suffer, that teaches you to serve. So we have to stop this narrative that, oh, a man can't tell a woman how to be a woman. Yes, he absolutely can. And vice versa. If you don't know that, you probably one of them people, you ain't ran into no real man yet that made a woman out of you. Okay. And I'm sorry for, I hate that for you. But I tell you, this grown people shit on this stream, y'all. Don't come in here if you ain't experienced this. A lot of this gonna go over y'all head. But letting y'all know that
a
right
man,
now.
so he is a real man and not just a male. There can be no compromises. You have to start this process when the boy child is still in the cradle. And from the cradle to the grave, that manhood must be reinforced and constantly restuffed back into the depths of his mind, from the very bottom of it to the very top of it. Because ultimately, being a man means that when the next Titanic goes down, if you're on it, you will stand up and say, ma'am, you and your child have my seat in this lifeboat, and I'll drown with the ship, but you too.
Boy, I know that going to send so many of y'all, because the way y'all niggas out here talking about soft life, y'all niggas will probably knock the women and the kids over to get in that boat now, because now, women think that scrubbing baseboards is made slavery, oppression. Now you have men that think that by suffering, by serving, by putting women and children before themselves, make them weak, make them simps. Like, that's just not what it is. I love how the judge speaks on a big part of masculinity is training the younger boys. And if you're training younger boys, they ain't got time to see no two grown men posing like this. That is confusing. Okay. So, the concept of putting yourself after women, after children. Okay. This is why the man is not given any points of vulnerability. Men never have a time in their life of like, okay, during this season, I'm pretty vulnerable right now. Your body is equipped to build, defend, and work. You don't have no period. You don't have no postpartum care. You don't have no menopause. You don't have none of that. Your body is equipped to move, protect, build at all times. Imagine if niggas had to once a month for a week straight be like, oh, I don't feel that I'm on my period. Okay. So when men run from the very essence of what they are, that's why you be miserable. That's why you be so angry. You notice it's only angry guys that be like, I ain't doing that for no bitch. I ain't doing that. That's why you angry. Because you're fighting against what your nature is as a man, which is to serve. Put yourself second. Build something that benefits someone other than yourself. Okay. Let's proceed.
You will be saved. You are a resource to humanity. I am but an expendable, and I will achieve my glory through an immortality commensurate with how much I was willing to sacrifice in order to carry out my duties and responsibilities, protect my honor, and show that I'm doing that with courage and bravery. That is being a man.
Okay. I just wanted sure, Creed comes out tomorrow. I'm going to see it. And
what is the name of that movie I'm talking about? You wanted to see it. You saw it. We both did.
Ant-Man.
What? No. Hell
Creed?
with that.
Creed?
No. The one that Pilot.
Oh, Devotion.
Well, he actually looked
Devotion.
like Devotion. Yeah, that's the movie.
Yes.
That's a true story. We learned that years ago in military science. So he plays another Brown. There's a Roscoe Brown who is one of the leading Army Air Force aces in World War II now. Roscoe Brown, professor emeritus of New York University, now deceased. And we're going to have a very interesting person on. We're going to have the chairwoman of the Tuskegee Airmen's Association, a brilliant lady who is dedicated to.
Okay. So yeah, that whole thing of masculinity is fluid. No, honey. No, it's not. Okay. And it's very, very dangerous for us to say that. And thank you for the cash app, Mr. Hatchet. I appreciate that. But this idea that it's fluid and this is okay and black men just love each other, y'all, it's just dangerous, okay? And it's just not something that we need to do. So now let me show y'all this. Now I was going to play the interview of this, but honey, I don't be having time to be playing some of these channels because they be tripping when you do it, and I just don't got time for that. So instead, I'm going to pull up this article and we're going to read this. Now, there were a lot of women who were triggered by people letting it be known that, girl, why would you leave your husband? Like, you have 2 children. You know what I'm saying? Your son is like 12. He's going into manhood. Your daughter is like 8. And at 40 years old, you're deciding to divorce your husband. And the biggest difference between marriage and being a boyfriend and girlfriend is that's what boyfriend and girlfriend means. It means that at any point, any one of us can leave if we so choose. But the minute that you get married, it's saying that no matter what, I'm going to stay here. Now, I don't understand why, if that's something that is a problem for you, then that means that marriage is simply not for you. I mean, I don't get this. Like, y'all act like somebody held a gun to your head to get married. Like, if you're going to get married, then do what it says it is in your vows. If you don't want to do that, just stay in a long-term relationship. I don't understand. So there were so many women that got extremely triggered when we went to talking about this situation with Tia Mowry. And they got defensive because they see themselves in her. Okay. It doesn't work this way. You cannot meet a man at a bus stop. Okay. You cannot meet a man at a bus stop and then have 2 children with him. And then 15 years later, divorce, talking about, you're mad because he don't pay the bills or that he don't make as much money as you. Okay. And I'm just saying that because that's what a lot of you hoes swear up and down is what happened is, oh, Corey is a dusty. And I'm glad Tia left him because she was tired of paying all the bills and she was tired of this. This is the story that y'all think. Now, I don't think that's the case at all. Okay. I actually have a different opinion on what I believe is really going on. And what I believe is really going on is I think that Tia enjoyed being the one that made the most money. I think that she enjoyed being with someone that needed her financially. And what I actually think is that now that Corey has grown up, now that he's making good money, now that he has consistent work, I think it's a total opposite. I think that's why she's divorcing him. I don't think that she knows how to be with someone that she cannot control because she absolutely come off as controlling. I saw this one video. Let me see if I can find it. I saw a video where Corey was talking and let me see if I can find it. And Corey was talking and Tia like completely cut him off. And here it is. Corey was talking and Tia like totally cut him off. And Corey kind of responded like I'm in the middle of a sentence. And it is extremely telling on how she interrupted him. And you could tell that this is something he had dealt with for a while. I talked about this before. I said, I don't know why y'all think that every man wants a bad bitch. No. And I would be willing to say most men don't possess the wherewithal, the mental health, the stamina to really be with a bad bitch. Most men don't. That's why they'll tell you, we'll sleep with a bad bitch, but we ain't going to wife her up, because it takes a lot to deal with the fact that every day this woman leave the house, there will most likely be a man waiting in the bush to take her from you. A lot of men just can't handle that. So instead, they'll marry the average girl and then cheat with a bad bitch here and there if they can pull one, And it's the same with men with money. I don't know why people lie and say that all women want a man with money. No, they don't. There are some women that like broke men. That way she has control. That way she has say-so. And so this clip I'm about to play, it was so funny where the minute that you hoes saw this video, you immediately took Tia's side and felt like, oh my God, poor Tia. But honestly, I saw something different. Let me show y'all this. What I saw was she out of line. What I saw was, damn, the man talking like, shut the hell up. Hold on, wait a second. Why won't this, hold on. Why won't this? Why this won't do this? So, all the girls, they immediately was like, oh, poor Tia. Oh, they was like, oh, poor Tia. Oh my God, poor Tia. I see why she's leaving him. And I'm like, that's so interesting how y'all women are just so quick to play the victim on everything. I don't know how y'all saw this and automatically thought that, oh my God, I feel bad for Tia. That ain't what I saw.
Times when I'm like, wow, like last year was pretty tough to it, or worked out like a complete
better.
It does.
Like
it
as a
really
family
does.
first.
Better year we were having, because that next year is like a completely different year and an even better year.
Yeah. Every year seems to get better.
It does.
Like
it
as a
really
family
does.
first, as growth, development, careers, everything gets better.
And I fall more and more and more in love with him. I really do. Shut up, Corey. But it's not that gushy, like the fake, I don't know, some of these romantic comedies, they're so fake. And it's the more of like, man, like you really are my best friend.
And I think time has been like, the result of that is we've been together a while. So it can't be that fake, because a lot of people get together, you see them, they in love and tattoos, and it's over in a year, 2, 3, it's done. But we still in it. So
he's like a part of my body. You know what I mean? It's like it's like if it's I can't even visualize myself, without Corey.
Hi, YouTubers.
Oh, damn it,
I'm excited to give you an update about.
I was wasting my time watching that. Oh, hell no. It didn't even show the part. Damn it. Anyway, damn it. Why would y'all do that? Let me see if I can find it. Damn. Anyway, well, I can't find it, but in that interview, yeah, that didn't age well at all. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, but I don't believe Corey was the problem. Okay. I'm really good at reading couples, and child, wasn't nothing wrong with that man. We ain't never heard no scandal, no big girl, please. It wasn't nothing wrong with that man. All right. It was her going through a midlife crisis, and so many women were triggered by it. I said, no, she was interrupting him. She ran her mouth majority of the interview, was barely letting him talk. And then when he finally did get to say something and say more than 2 sentences, she was still interrupting him. And then he kind of had a moment where he was like, God damn, can I get a word in edgewise? And she was like, oh, then playing the victim. Sorry. Girl, shut the hell up. You know damn well you shouldn't have been interrupting that man. Girl, shut up. It's an interview. I want to hear from both of y'all, not just you. So while so many hoes out here was like, oh, like Corey Dusty, like I think that she leaving because she's sick of him not having no money. I think it's a total opposite. She mad that now he got money. Now he probably don't grown into himself as a man. Okay, now he know who he is, and she can't handle it. Okay. And you see what these women are doing now. Look at the Tamar Braxtons, look at the Chili's. when black women hit the wall and they burn their bridge with every black man and no more black men want them, they go get a white boy. Okay? I've been told y'all finna stop listening to these women that got married 20 years ago. They don't know what in the fuck they're talking about in present day. Majority of women that have been married for more than 5 years, y'all would throw up if you for one day had to navigate the dating streets. Y'all, it is unfathomable for you to even remotely even have an idea of what dating is like present day. Okay. So they get with these guys, black men, that they be fine with them, but they leave, talk about they not happy, thinking that things like it was a long time ago, and men were not up on game. Baby, men are up on game now. And when they see you had a good black husband, see, men are not like us, in where a woman will get with a man that got 8 kids by 8 different women because she is searching to be the one that he stay with and make it work with. Women are very weird, competitive in that way. Okay. Women will see a man have all this going on, and then she will fight to be the one that he changed for, or, you know, the one that he stay with. Women will do that. Men don't do that. If they see you was married, okay, that man did what he was supposed to do, and you still left, in their mind, they're like, ooh, well, I'll be a damn fool to go marry her as well. You know, because men getting married mean now the man has stock in this. Now it means he got something to lose. So y'all crazy as hell if y'all think you finna leave your good black husbands and then another black man gonna see the way you played that. You think men did not see Tia talk about she graduated from her divorce and dancing on TikTok in a leopard bodysuit in front of her 12-year-old son in a kitchen with thigh-high boots on? Do y'all really think that the next nigga is going to come like a dumbass and sign up to be next? She went on a press tour for her divorce. Do y'all think niggas are stupid? Do y'all think that niggas have not peeped the game? And this why a lot of people be mad, people that want to divest and date out. That be another reason y'all got vitriol toward people in your own race, because we don't be going for the bullshit. We ain't going for it. You need to go ahead and have your stuff together and act like you know. So that's when y'all will go get with the white folks, because they have no standards when it comes to this shit. They just have a taboo sex fetish and just looking for some black coochie or peen to satisfy. They don't give a damn. So that's why y'all have so much anger towards your own race. That's why you interpret your own race as, oh, they don't like me. Oh, you know, they don't like me. Oh, they don't want to be. Basically, my own race don't buy my bullshit. Just say that then. So y'all are sick as hell if y'all think that any black man worth 2 pennies rubbed together is finna sign up to be Tia Mowry next husband. You on crack. After he's seen that man 14 years, not one scandal? Man, please. How many Hollywood marriages do we know that have lasted that long and not one single scandal? We ain't never heard Corey doing nothing crazy. Do y'all think most niggas scratching their neck saluting Corey like, God damn, my nigga, 14 years, not one slip up, not one scandal? Boy, you better than me. So not a man gonna be like, man, I couldn't have done that. 14 years, yeah, some shit would have went down. Something would have been in the news. So why would he sit up and stand up to be next? This nigga went 14 years without nothing weird happening. Most men like, shit, I couldn't do it, so shit. You know? Now I got your 2 big head ass kids, gotta take them on. Your son talking about, you ain't my daddy. Like, man, who the fuck signed up for that? Okay, what happened? You just was saying he your best friend and he an extension of your body. What happened? A midlife crisis happened. Your fertility dwindling happened. Going into menopause happened. I told y'all how many women divorce their husband after they get off birth control, because now their hormones would change the way they smell, and they start hating the way they man smell. It'd be weird reasons women leave men. But that's a whole nother subject. Y'all not ready for that conversation. But yeah, women do that dumb shit. You'll see a man be with a woman that's fine as hell, do her thing, see him not be with her no more, and then your dumb ass will think, I'll be the one. I'll be the one to get the stamp of approval. No, you won't. You won't. You won't. Okay. So now let's go ahead and read this article. Let me close this. Okay, let's go ahead. Shout out to Atlanta Black Star. It's a super dope brother that owns this company. He lives here in Atlanta. Very good friend of mine. Shout out to him. Now, let me share this. Okay. And so the hoes got so mad at me. Oh, Tia will find love again. Oh, you're a hater. It's just early. She will. Not y'all been married for 10 years, 20 years, talking about she gonna find someone new, honey. Maybe 10 years ago, honey, not no more. It don't work like that, baby. Okay, honey. I can tell y'all new here. I can tell y'all don't know what you're talking about. Absolutely not. Okay, it's absolutely not gonna work. And so these hoes got so mad. Oh my God, you're a hater. She deserves love like everyone else. She will find someone else. And I was like, no, she won't. I'm telling y'all, her only option will be a white boy. What are y'all? And I also, this is why I don't date mixed people. Okay, absolutely not. Not dating nobody mixed, especially if your opposite sex parent is the white one. Because I truly believe that a man with a white mother will always view white women as home. And I truly think a mixed woman with a white father will always look at white men as her real authority. I do. I think if you're with a black man with a white mama, he will always look at the face of a white woman as nurturing, home, and safe to him. And if you with a mixed woman with a white daddy, deep down inside, she always gonna look at white men as the real authority. Okay. Oh, I just talked about that, Mecca. Can you talk about her dressing up in that treated print bodysuit with the thigh-high boots walking in? Yeah, I talked about that. And, you know, I don't even have the words for that. You know, that right there, if I was Corey, I would have used that video to get full custody of my children. When I saw her going through a mental break like that, I would have just went and got my kids, at least my son, you know, at least. Because that was the most cringiest shit I've ever seen. Especially, I'm saying that as a boy mom. The level of cringe that was, if I was Corey, I would have showed that to the judge and been like, I would like full custody of my son, because bitch, ain't no way your goofy ass finna be in here, you know, traumatizing my son on this bullshit. What the fuck wrong with you, baby? No, baby, you're 40. Okay. I'm on a mission to stop 40-year-old black women from trying to still compete with the young ladies. I'm tired of it. Please know when it's time to retire. All right. Please. Yeah, I feel like deep down inside, you know, she wanted a white boy, her daddy white. That's what she really wanted. That's the real face of respect to her. For her, that's the real face of authority, is a white man. That's why I don't date mixed people. Absolutely not. And I'm not dating you and having your white parent showing up at my family functions. It ain't happening. Okay. I'm definitely not dating no mixed woman with a white mom, because now you're kind of brown looking, but you're always going to revert back to a white woman's victim Karen mentality at every single moment you can. You're going to be confused. We have more and more biracial people coming out telling the truth. I'm going to do a video on that. We have more and more biracial people coming out telling the goddamn truth about the real truth, about the confusion, the bullshit from the white side of their family. It's becoming a thing. And this is why Ben said, be careful with that mixed shit. The only way that mixed shit can sometimes be okay is if they were raised exclusively on their black side around all black people and never had contact with their white side. Okay? Just grew up around real niggas, pure niggas everywhere. Then maybe if the white side had zero influence over them and the mom died at childbirth or some shit and it was raised with a black daddy all day, their whole life around all black people, maybe. But if they were actively involved in the white side of their family, absolutely not. No, sir. But then mixed people starting to come out and tell the truth about that confusion. Telling the truth about how they white mama had them to piss off her white dad. A lot of mixed kids with your white mama, you got here because you were a tool for her to spite her family. Honey, don't get me started, honey. Do not get me started, okay? So let me blow this up a little bit because y'all probably can't see this. So y'all told me I was mean when I said that, girl, nobody checking for you. Oh my God, that's so mean. We all deserve love. And it's a projection. That's a projection for you hoes that you're the one that want to leave your man and you're trying to convince yourself that you can divorce your husband and you'll be all right after that. So that's why this bothers you. It says, I have nobody in my DMs. Tia Mowry seemingly admits to going on a date amid split from Corey. Now, keep in mind, the divorce wasn't even final yet. Okay. Tia Mowry has finally revealed the answer to fans' burning question about dating after filing for divorce. Mowry and her soon-to-be ex-husband, Corey Hardrick, are reportedly in the final stages of legally ending their 14-year marriage. That's crazy to me. Only months after announcing their separation. In a recent appearance on The Terrell Show, Mowry, 44. Oh, she 44. Jesus Christ. Bitch, you a senior citizen. Bitch. Oh my God, I know she was 44. Jesus Christ, girl, you old as fuck. Who divorces at 44? Good Lord, baby, that's a year from 45, which is 5 years from 50. God damn, at 44, you divorced. Yo, man, y'all crazy as hell talking about she gonna find love again. Child, please. That senior citizen pussy. Okay, the only way she maybe would have found love again if her husband died and niggas would have been like, what happened? And you'd be like, the nigga died. They like, oh, okay, we might can do that. But if you 44 divorced and talking about you wasn't happy, you think a nigga is signing up for that? You're right. Anyway, she appeared both at ease and open to the guaranteed shenanigans that host Terrell Grice had her caught up in. Throughout the nearly 40-minute episode, she revealed things like details about her first kiss, her lack of expertise on TV shows, and of course, her life as a newly single woman. But before Grice delved into her personal life, he took her through a whirlwind of shots of alcohol. Okay. During a game of I Know You Fucking Lying, they went toe-to-toe seeing who could name the most mushrooms when Mowry asked, have you ever had mushrooms before? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he dove right into her being single and exploring her options as she interjected, dating, I'm not, before she resorted to covering her mouth and nearly doubling over with laughter. While it's hard to tell for certain, it did seem as though Grice managed to get the actress to admit to having dinner with at least one possible suitor. Did the man pick you up and tell you to come, or did the man pick you up and tell you to come to the restaurant? Did you show up? Did you order the lobster, the steak? He asked as Mowry looked down, seemingly in thought. After lifting her head, she said no. Well, what did you order? Fish fillet? Asked the popular YouTube personality. Her response was steak, which moved them both into yet another fit of giggles. I don't like that word dating, admitted the 17 again star. Tia is a grown single woman who is having fun. Maybe that's the word you use, declared one half of the mastermind behind the Tea and Coco show. Who is Tea and Coco? Still, Mowry's facial expression made it evident that maybe even that was a stretch. Yeah, but I don't even know what I'm doing. I never dated before. In past interviews, the sister lead said that she and Hardrick met right after she graduated from college in 1999 and had been inseparable until their separation last October. They dated for 9 years before marrying in 2008. They shared 2 kids, this, that, and a third. When Grice mentioned dating apps such as Tinder, Hinge, it was more than clear that this was uncharted territory. I am not going on no damn apps. I'm sorry, you will not see my ass. She further explained, I was only allowed to date at 18 and I never really dated. So my mind is still that of an 18-year-old when it comes to dating. Your mind is still that of an 18-year-old when it comes to life, sweetie. I don't know anything. What is it? The dating pool? I am not jumping in that pool, she insisted. Grice agreed with her decision, adding, yeah, because it's pee in it. There is a lot of pee in the dating pool, I promise you. Facts. There is feces in the dating pool. There is uncontrollable diarrhea in the dating pool. But when he insisted that Mowry's name and celebrity status should have hopeful men flooding her inbox on social media, she said that simply was not the case. No, I have nobody in my DMs. Grice was certain that the admission was a lie, but the entrepreneur explained that her DMs are not lacking propositions because men are not shooting their shots. Well, I mean, I feel like my Instagram, I can't receive messages. I can't receive messages from people I don't know. Though the industry veteran is in no rush to see what else is out there, Mowry did reveal last month that she is optimistic love will find her again someday. And, you know, this is what I always say is that those couples that date for a long period of time before they get married, the marriage rarely lasts. It very rarely lasts for some reason. Well, not for some reason. I know the reason. Those people that get together and immediately know, yep, it's what we want to do. Because I believe that people have to subconsciously already be ready for marriage before they meet someone. Okay. When you get two people together that are in that season, in their right mind, and they want to get married, they know what they want, then, and they get married quickly within 6 months, within a year, those are the couples that last. Them couples that be together for 9 years before they get married, honey, somebody was hoping that something better came along and then nothing did. And then they just said, fuck it, we're already been together this long. Let's go ahead and get married. Okay. So I don't know why people think that you should date for 10 years before you get married. Like, no, whatever you need to know about somebody, you're going to know within 6 months or probably 3 months, to be honest. Okay. And that's kind of proof of that. And see, Tamara's married to a white man. So she probably see her with her white man. And, you know, with y'all, the white man can do no wrong. So probably in her eyes, it's like, oh, well, you know, that's what I really want. So I wish we could place a bet on this of who is Tia Mowry going to end up with, okay? Because I'm willing to, if y'all want to put some money on it, I know for a fact it's going to be a white boy. Okay, I know this for a fact, honey. You know, it don't work like that. There is a big difference between a man truly loving you, valuing you, wanting to build a life with you, and there's a difference between a man just want to take you out and give you Netflix and dick. I mean, there's a huge difference. And I think that that's what's happening with a lot of you. You're going through these midlife crises. Your hormones are changing. Your body are changing. You see single women dating and the dating looks so fun. And you automatically think that that dating equates to, oh, this man is going to want to be legitimate and actually commit and get married. Like it's not that way. And it's also not that way because women are giving away sex like it's going out of style. You know, it just doesn't work that way where you have women who are now like, you know, I don't want, you know, no marriage. I don't want no commitment. I just want some dick. So, you know, for a man to want to, you know, go away from that to being able to have a plethora of different women, you know, this woman this day, that woman that day, like most men are not doing that no more. They're just not. So I don't want you women who are married getting caught up in seeing the way single women are moving and thinking, oh, it looks fine. Like, oh, this ain't so bad. It just doesn't work that way. It's also different because some of y'all be having affairs. We were at movie night last night and we were watching a show and they said that 90% of married women have had an emotional affair at some point during their marriage. And I said, well, damn, so pretty much all y'all ain't shit. Oh, hold on. Thank you for the super chat. Jay says, do these women really believe that they're going to get out here at 40, fresh out of a long-term marriage relationship, multiple kids, and find someone to spend the rest of their lives with? Yes, they do think that. Because I can't tell you how mad them hoes is in my comments as we speak. Them hoes in there typing like this, mad as hell, because I'm crushing their dream. It don't work like that, shawty. Okay. A woman who has never been married has more of a chance of getting married at 44 than a woman that's been divorced. I'm just going to be real with you. Okay. It just does not work that way, especially when you don't even have a real reason as to why you divorced your husband. All right. So, I want y'all to take your vows seriously. Don't get caught up in you seeing single women out here and oh, this man bought me this and this man got me that and I'm going here and I'm going there. Please don't see that and think that, oh, okay, well, that equates. No, honey. Okay. These women out here are giving out pussy like hotcakes. Okay. These women out here are sleeping with the man and then telling him what you about to do. All right. These women out here are sucking dick from the back on the first night. Okay. And if you're a woman that's not sucking dick from the back on the first night, good luck to you. Okay. Because now the man is like, well, the other girl sucked my dick from the back the first night. How come you ain't? And then if you be like, I don't want to suck dick from the back on the first night. I don't even know you. He like, well, bye, bitch. And he right back getting his dick sucked from the back with the other girl. Dangerous things happen when you give men free sex, and so now we're in this very dangerous place where men don't got to be committed. They don't have to do this and that to get sex. So now we're at this place where a woman has to actually be on her shit. She has to actually positively contribute to a man for him to want to commit, for him to want to give up all that pussy cat that's in his lap, So I hope y'all don't want to. It'd be the first date. These hoes be going back to the crib with 2 fingers in their pussy and sucking dick from the back. Well, shawty, you got it. I can't compete. If you got it, boo. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Boy, it's hard out here. It's hard out here. Thank you for the super chat, JJ. Say, real talk 6. What's the real reason why they won't go back to their husband? Is it pride, ego, or do they believe they're settling for their husband? I need some answers. Yes, it's ego. It's 2 things. Unless the man truly, was, acting a fool or abusing her, like if it's not that, then I'm gonna tell you a lot of times what it is she don't got a new man. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of times when you can kind of tell that like sis should be going back, but for some reason she won't, even when the man want her to, when it could be worked out and she still won't go back. I'm gonna go ahead and be real with you. A lot of time that means she got a new man. And that's why, even if it makes total and perfect sense for her to go back and stay with her family, why she won't? Because now she has to appease the new guy. It could also be an ego thing where now she don't ran her mouth about it so much that now she don't want to have to go back to everyone and be like, hey, I was just kidding. I'm going to stay with him, because she don't talk about you like a dog to anyone that will listen. So now she done ran around doing a whole tour about you, about how you was a horrible husband and how she wasn't happy with you, and told all your negative business, to where now she got to leave because she don't spill all the beans. So normally that's what happens when a woman is like, girl, what are you doing? Like, just go back to your husband. That normally is why. And this is why Anita Baker is my favorite artist, because she was one of the first Black women to come out and say, like, I fucked up. Anita Baker said that she was mistreating her husband, was taking him for granted. And, she went and begged him back. And that's when she made that whole album with songs like I Apologize and No One in the World Can Love Me Like You. That's why she made that. Okay. And she was one of the first women to admit, yeah, I fucked up, think I could do better than you, thinking that, I could find someone else. And then she had to make that nigga a whole album. That nigga was like, I'll take you back, but what you gonna do to convince me? Honey, he had Anita in there and made a whole album, honey, period. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Anita Baker, my favorite artist. I feel like she pioneered vulnerability into women's music. The same way that men had been singing in the rain with their shirt off to us for forever. And we never had the female equivalent of that. And so I loved how she normalized that, of the woman saying, nah, baby, ain't no one like you, honey. I fucked up. Take me back. Please take me back. You know, I can't go on. Yeah, like that's how it be going. And Jay says, my man Corey been silent the whole time. I mean, he ain't said ish. And if he do, more than likely he'd be criticized. That's how you know he's not the problem. Okay, that's how you know he ain't the problem. She the problem. And like I said before, okay, the painful moment is going to be when Corey moves on with a way finer woman that actually appreciates him. Because Corey fine. Okay, I don't know. Have y'all seen Corey lately? So Tia, you at 44 is different than Corey at 44. Okay. Corey has glowed up. Corey look good. All right. Plenty of women will date Corey. So that's going to be the moment of pain for her. Is because I'm sure Corey did everything he could to convince her to stay. He tried to even challenge the court. Like, he went to the court, went to the judge, like, our differences are not irreconcilable. Tell this woman, don't leave me. That's what Corey did. And she insisted on leaving. So when that moment comes, where a new woman come along and she hotter than her and come scoop that man up, I'm telling y'all now, Tia ass is going to be throwing up, losing weight on suicide watch. Okay, it's going to be like, somebody please check on her because it's going down. Absolutely, he fought for the marriage. Yep, absolutely. B-Law, absolutely. B-Law say Corey will be with a 30-year-old woman within a year. Facts. Yes, he will, and he's going to have more children. He sure is. He sure is. He's going to start a whole new life. He sure is. Ooh, honey. And I'm not taking no joy in that, because honestly, I would not wish that on my worst enemy. I'm not going to hold you. I would not wish that pain on my worst enemy. Just the thought of it, Tia, I feel for you, sis, because that hurt but I'm grabbing my own chest just thinking about it. Ooh. Ladies, do you feel that burn in your chest? Have y'all ever done that? Have y'all ever seen this before? I'm looking at Tia and I'm like, ooh, girl, honey. You know, it'd be one thing when your exes, you know, you realize you was a problem because they get with the next person and she realized he ain't shit either. But boy, you mess up with a good man and then that man going to move. Oh, baby, she finna be, ooh. She gonna be like, what's the size of a stroke? Ooh, boy, I got chills just thinking about that. Woo, baby, I would not wish that on my work enemy, baby. Jay saying, but why? She doesn't want to be with him, so would Tia have a problem with him moving forward? She doesn't want to be with him because she's having a midlife crisis. She's going into menopause. She's 44. So when your fertility is dwindling, what happens is you get real horny. You start to kind of panic because a big part of womanhood is being connected to your womb, to your fertility. So when women start going into menopause, it causes this panic in them. Like, oh my God, like my last bit of youth and fertility is dwindling. And if a woman is, and this is why women have to know the science behind their body. Because if they don't, then they'll go make rash decisions like she did. And since then, she's been looking lost and doing crazy stuff since. You know, so ladies, you know, value your marriage. Understand nobody is perfect. You know, stop comparing your man to other people's man. Stop letting your delusional, lonely ass friends be in your damn ear about this and that. Just stop all that, okay? Stop all that and stick to your vows. Work things out. It makes no sense to build a life with a man, build children, build a home, and then get upset and then be like, oh, I'm going to divorce. Like, you're going to have problems with anyone you're with. Keep your woman as a work through things. And I'm saying this as a relationship counselor, and what I've learned throughout the years is the best way to keep your marriage healthy is to never have divorce be on the table. Okay. When I sit down with my couples that I'm counseling, you know, I hear them talk and I'll be like, y'all are married. You know, the way y'all are complaining, the way you're attacking each other, the things you're saying sounds as though you all are 16 and dating. Like y'all are still young and unmarried and have no ties to each other. Y'all do understand you're 10 years in with a mortgage and 4 children, right? You know, why are you treating each other this way? Like you're shitting where you sleep. When you can be grown and stick to what you committed to and say, I'm intelligent. If I'm intelligent, I know how to think before I speak. If I'm intelligent, I know how to forgive. If I'm intelligent, I know how to take a second before I move and think about how it will affect my partner. When you truly are in your marriage with the thought process of we are in this until one of us dies, your marriage is more healthy because then you're not shitting where you sleep. If divorce is an option to you and your foot is 1 foot out the door of the whole marriage, when nobody wants y'all divorced with all them damn kids, nobody want either one of y'all, to be honest. So when it's amazing how much healthier your relationship and your marriage is when divorce stops being an option. You'll be amazed at how much easier it is to conduct yourself with love and respect when you know, baby, we in this forever. So I'm not going to come over here and plant no seeds of distrust. I'm not going to come over here and plant no seeds of resentment because that tree going to grow in my own house. But a lot of y'all have problems in your marriage because divorce is on the table at all times. Every time you get mad, you bring it up. Every time something don't go your way, you bring it up. And you manifest the demise of your own marriages. Because certain things cannot be undone and certain wounds cannot be healed. So please, think before you speak. Think before you do. And more importantly, think before you get married. We need to change the statistics for more than 30% of people that get married, marry the right person. Okay? Take divorce off the table. Take your vows seriously. Be an intelligent human being. When you do things and then complain about the outcome, you're admitting that you lack intelligence. You know, you see somebody acting a fool, why are you doing that? Do you not have the intelligence to think of how your actions are having a cause and effect? Like, what are you doing? You married with children and you're complaining every day, fighting every day for what? Do y'all know there's couples that never fight? I don't get, like, we think that healthy marriages are not possible. There are couples that never fight. There are couples that truly enjoy each other's company. Not saying that the couples may not disagree, but there is a huge difference between having a disagreement. The disagreement means we're going to work towards a solution, and arguing. Arguing is senseless, pointless. It's just two people hurting each other, going back and forth, and you get nowhere. Okay? Let's be more intentional. Let's stop having 1 foot out. I appreciate you all for being here today. I would like for y'all to please like the video before you go out. When you exit the live, I would like for you to leave a comment with your thoughts on today's stream. Ladies, if you are enjoying today's makeup look, please come join the community in our Patreon. Join a community of women who will support you through your womanhood and femininity journey, through looking good, and to help one another progress and be our best selves. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all later. A word from we are here in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and there is a new salon in town that I've gotten word is Black owned, honey. So we're about to go check it out and see what services get done today. So when I went inside, customer service was impeccable, very friendly. Everything was clean, girly. They even do like bridal shower and events. The makeup room is spectacular. She really just poured into my face, and she said that you can book online, you can call. As you can see, it came out incredible. I will definitely be back. You could not tell me nothing. They took such good care of me. I highly recommend. Y'all gotta check out the Beauty Lab in Lawrenceville.